Gracias for joining us for our continued coverage here at the horror show of the Phoenix Film Festival 2016 and the International Sci-Fi Horror Film Festival branch of the festivities, all the spooktacular stuff. And I'm standing here talking with Tim, who worked on a short film called Ideal that he edited and produced. And this is about a model who is kind of giving in to some demands of a overbearing photographer, or is he more on the crazed side? Or we're going to see it mañana, which we're very excited about. But give us some details, brother.
So basically, this is our star who plays the model. She won America's Next Top Model a few years ago. Her name's
No
Nicole.
kidding.
Yeah, her name's Nicole Fox, and so she brought a lot of authenticity to kind of the details of what happens at these photo shoots. Because obviously, myself and the director, we're not really model material. So.
Yeah, but she's experienced some of these scenarios similar herself, right?
Exactly. So it was really great having her on board, and her character shows up for kind of her first big photo shoot. You know, it's like that kind of career breakout opportunity.
Make it or break it type thing.
Exactly. And bit by bit, there are the makeup artists, the photographers, the executives that are all there, bit by bit kind of find little things that are wrong with her. And at first it seems like, normal, this outfit doesn't work, the makeup's not quite right, but eventually it crosses over into kind of the surreal where what they ask of her is way beyond what should be asked of a person, and so it becomes this kind of visual metaphor for literal photoshopping kind of.
Interesting. And I know that in the fashion industry there's a tendency to just pick each other apart, man, and so I could see that getting very dark.
You picked the right words there. Pick each other apart is a good way to describe this.
Interesting. I'm very excited to see this then. So is it a longer short or just a couple minutes, because I know they all vary in length in these particular festivals?
This is a 12-minute short. Kevin and I, the writer-director, we've done a lot of shorts together. They all seem to end up being 12 minutes. I don't know what it is about the number 12, but we are always trying to get them under 10. That's the magic number, right? Mm-hmm. Always 12, but it's 12 minutes, and once it gets going, it just kind of, it really tears in through the ending. It really ends with a kind of crazy sequence.
Based on the way you're describing it, I'm imagining a gore ball going downhill and just gaining that momentum, right?
Yeah, it starts a bit slow and kind of subtle and builds and past the point at which it doesn't really just come out right away and tell you that it's horror. It kind of sneaks up on you with the music and the shot choices and all the rest.
I think that's cool, though, because as I often say, horror can give you a false sense of security when you don't exactly know what's coming, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's a point right in the middle where the protagonist, the model, and the audience both simultaneously kind of do a wait, what?
Excuse me?
And so the audience kind of has this opportunity to be like, wait, is this real? Are they serious? And then she's asking the same question, but then and then it goes on from there. And you
Very
think,
nice.
They can't possibly mean that they're going to do this, and then we do that.
Wowza. Well, sounds exciting. And so what other projects have you worked with Kevin on before? You said you guys have done some shorts previously, right?
Yeah, we did a feature a few years ago called The Unidentified, which is actually a drama. It sounds like a UFO movie, but it's not. This is actually, Ideal is our first foray into horror. And so we've done a lot of drama, some comedy web series. We did a web series called Compulsive Love with Alex Anfanger, who did the web series Next Time on Lonnie, which was really popular, and then he got a Comedy Central show, and that was that. So in any case, we've done a bunch of shorts, web series, and now Kevin has written a feature script that is also a horror movie set in the fashion industry. And this short was kind of a proof of concept that two guys that had never done horror before could do it.
Yeah, excellent. So what kind of horror inspires you then?
I'm definitely a kind of psychological horror guy. I'm into we've been looking at a lot of Cronenberg for Ideal and also for the feature version, which is psychological but also very physical, but it's all physical representations of kind of psychological trauma. But I'm also a big fan of Polanski and things like The Babadook. I loved The Babadook from a couple years ago.
Dook.
Yeah, exactly. I love things that kind of get under my skin and that really stick with me for a long time. I find that the more psychological, the harder it is to forget, and the later I'm up at night.
Yeah, tougher to digest sometimes, that's for sure. So where else is this going to be shown? Has it been seen previously anywhere besides the Phoenix Film Festival?
Ideal premiered at Fantasia in Montreal, and now this is basically our second big festival, and then we're going to do Las Vegas soon, and waiting to hear back any day from some other festivals. So we're kind of still in the early stages of our round of festivals.
Very nice, very nice. So is there a place people can stay updated about the project where they can possibly see it, and time frame on that possibly?
Well, we haven't made it public online yet, but we have the domains for idealshortfilm.com. So we have a Facebook page for Ideal. I believe Ideal Short Film either goes directly to our Kickstarter or to our to the Facebook. But soon we'll release it online and we'll be blasting the interwebs.
Awesome. And that's what we want all of you guys to do. So stay up with this project, Ideal. Jump on Facebook, do that liking, and scope out this film. Gracias for talking to us, Tim.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Hey guys, it's me, Cecil.
Jaime and Fuego here.
And we're going to go ahead and jump into that review that we were talking about. We did get around to seeing the horror shorts where Ideal was premiered the second time. So we're going to go ahead and talk about Ideal right now. So Fuego, why don't you let them know sort of what the crux of Ideal was about?
Yeah, so directed by Kevin Tucker, this is essentially about a model who is showing up to a gig and she's like, fingers crossed in the elevator, don't F this up, don't F this up. You can tell she's had some struggles in her day, which leaves her a little more vulnerable to just go with it at this film shoot when they ask her to do a few things that you might consider unsavory, strange. We're not going to divulge too much, but it's a slippery slope, so to speak.
Yes, this is basically a story about a model that is really trying to make it, and how far is she really willing to go in order to make it. Quite honestly, there was quite a bit of commentary in this film.
Oh, loads of it about modern, just the appeal of beauty and how judgmental we are about it.
Absolutely, and not only that, but just the sort of standard that females hold themselves up to, and the things that they put themselves through in order to, make it, I guess, in that world, so to speak.
I've heard many a model use the phrase "beauty is pain." It is constantly uttered, and with sad reason. I'm not going to say with good reason, but it's just it's a part of the business, as they say.
So yes, this model goes into this photography session, and the photographer basically starts to ask her to do something just to make her look just a little bit better, and it becomes sort of a body horror movie right there in front of you.
Or if she wants to get the job,
things got to happen.
Yeah.
So again, we're not going to try and divulge too much, but the fact that I'm saying it's a body horror movie should give a little bit away.
For those in the know.
Exactly. So let's talk about the film in proper. The acting I thought was very good, actually. Everyone played their parts to a T, and specifically I liked the makeup girl. She was particularly bouncy considering her job.
Oh yeah, you can tell she's very desensitized.
Very desensitized, but it threw you off as a viewer. That's one of the things I must say about the movie. It kept me off balance.
Yeah.
There were times, honestly, a lot of the movie I was watching like this because I was just like, oh man.
Yeah.
And not a lot of movies can make me do that, and this movie made me do that, which, better or worse, man, it solicited a genuine reaction from me, and not all movies can say that.
Truly.
What else we gotta say about
Well,
it?
it kept you off balance for the sheer fact that it balanced the tone so interestingly, between that social commentary, between the comedy about it, and just the gruesome nature of what we eventually get to. And so
the spit bucket was particularly funny.
Oh, I laughed in the various ways that was utilized, that's for sure. And they're spitting burgers. It's kind of funny about just the whole commercialism aspect that they were
Carl's
commenting
Jr.
on.
commercial.
It was totally a Carl's Jr. commercial, man. I'm telling you. She's biting into these big old burgers, and they're like, "Be sexy, be sexy."
Yeah. The commentary is very heavy-handed. It's staring you in the face, but it was meant to, I think.
Yeah, with good reason, though.
Yeah.
Man,
It is, but it's, again, having to stare it in the face. It's all the uglier for more reasons than just the gore aspect.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? There's a whole subtext of terror in this one. You know what I mean? Which makes it all the better of a short.
Indeed.
Again,
it was effective in what it was trying to do,
right?
And the message it was trying to send.
There you go. Exactly.
Hook, line, and sinker. Yeah.
And the effects. What did you think of the effects?
Effective. The effects were effective.
No,
and
that's more than that.
And it also doesn't hurt that they had a beautiful actress that I thought actually did bring it, and her body mannerisms and her yeah, exactly. But she sold it well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, she really did. Same with the photographer, man. He almost made it seem not as bad as
not as
what it really
lascivious
entails.
as it really ends up
people
being.
hiding in the shadows.
It seems like, oh, there's probably more people that do this than we think, you know, which, again, commentary.
Yeah.
So it
to
was...
its detriment, though, there was a little bit of just nonsensicalness to certain aspects.
Sure.
But it didn't make it unentertaining to me. It was able to jump over
It didn't
those
break the
little
movie.
bits.
Yeah,
Not
it
a
didn't
chance,
break the
not
movie.
A chance.
So
There was a couple moments where I was like, really? But as a whole, success, man.
Exactly. So like Tim, the producer, was saying, you guys, make sure you seek it out where and when you can, and we highly recommend it.
Oh, yeah.
That's the only problem with these short films. We don't know exactly how to direct you to get a hold of it, but make sure you follow the information that he said, and that way you might be able to go and watch it yourselves. And if you do, let us know how you liked it. So let us know if you're interested down below in the comments, you guys. We want to know what you think. We want to know if Ideal is something that interests you.
Indeed.
Do you like that heavy-handedness, or does it bother you?
We're going for as much alliteration as possible.
Absolutely. So thanks very much for watching. I've been Cecil Laird.
Gracias, I've been Jaime and Fuego.
And until next time, remember,
Stay scared.
Sure, this might seem like natural beauty, but I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Sometimes lipstick and blush just don't cut it. So on those days when I need a little something special, I use my secret weapon. The new Scalpel from Ideal. With its razor-sharp titanium blade, I'm just a nip and a tuck away from turning heads and dropping jaws. Say goodbye to your doctor and take matters into your own hands. Be free, be fearless, and be the best version of yourself. Easy breezy.